Hello and welcome to On The Bench LFC. How are you all doing today? As always, I hope you've had a fantastic day. You're never walk alone to all the Liverpool fans around the world. So this show is going to be about Liverpool versus PSG. Tuesday, tomorrow night, kick-off, 8 o'clock. It's a big game. It is a big game, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot to discuss in this one. I want to get your score predictions, as always on these build-up shows, and key talking points. I'll get it. This channel is very much about getting your views out there. As many Liverpool supporters as we can. We will take call-ins, after 15, 20 minutes. I'll be bouncing off a live chat first, as we like to do. Find out how you're all doing. Put my views out there, talk about a few key talking points from today, and then we will take some call-ins. If any of you guys want to call into the show, get your views heard that way, then fan-dabby-dozy. Right, so we got James says first. Well done, James. I hope you're good today. Worthless Tube says hi. Ali's in as well. Good to see you. Scotty, hi to you, my friend. James says, saw your comment from live stream. Oh, would that be on the Liverpool press conference, James? Jurgen Klopp press conferences, eh? He doesn't really like them, does he? But he's so good to watch, isn't he, in press conferences? Especially when the French translation was going on. Jurgen Klopp was sitting there like... but absolutely brilliant. PD's in. Good to see you today. He's coming straight in with 3-1 Pool win. PD. Oh, I would love it. That's mine. Obviously, my score prediction is already up on the screen. You can see what I'm going with. I've got the last few scores right. So let's hope that I'll get this right and that Liverpool do get the win in this one as well. That'd be great, wouldn't it? On the bench, LFC is a legend. Says everyone praised as a legend. Thank you so much to you, mate. As always, everyone knows by now he changed his name to that, so he's a legend for doing so. James says notification squad. They are indeed, James. They are indeed. They're all really good legends. Everyone's legends that joins me straight from the off, but everyone that joins in anyway. Liverpool supporters in general are the best in the world, aren't they? Anthony says hey Daz. Connor says hey Daz, and evening everyone. Good evening to you guys. What else have we got? Shallows in. Good evening to you, Trev. Good evening to you, Trev. What else have we got? Scotty says, Daz, I'm upset. My mate got knocked down by a car and is in the general in Scotland. A Liverpool win would cheer me up. Well, Liverpool needs a win. Liverpool needs a win. I'm really sorry to hear that. And as always, I don't like hearing bad news, but you never walk alone to your friend. And I hope him a speedy recovery, mate. Obviously, Liverpool are going to win anyway, aren't they, Scotty? So, yeah, keep me updated on that one, Scotty, please. Gary says, evening, Daz, my beautiful bearded friend. Good evening, Gary, my absolute beautiful human being of a friend, as Brendan Rodgers would have said, but he's history. He's history now, isn't he? What would Klopp say? Boom. Anthony says, hey Daz, you're a class act. Thanks, pal. You're never clone. You're never clone to you as well, my friend. You're all class acts. Every single one of you are a class act. Thank you for joining me this evening, guys. Junior's in. He says, hey Daz, 12-3 to Liverpool. Junior, I think there's going to be goals in this game, but 12-3. If it does end up that, Junior, Liverpool's still winning, I would take that. PD says Daz is a ledge. PD, you're a ledge, my friend. You're a ledge. Thank you for joining me. Please leave a thumbs up, guys. If you're enjoying the content, please leave a thumbs up. Thomas Tuchel's had his say on this game. He said, you can never feel comfortable against Jurgen's teams. You can never feel comfortable at Anfield. This atmosphere can bring the best from us. So he started really, really well there, didn't he? Okay. But at the end, he put, this atmosphere can bring the best from us. Are you going to ever learn, Tuchel? Are you ever going to learn? Is anyone going to ever learn? Look, to be fair to him, he's not going to go out there and go, we're absolutely bricking ourselves. We rested Neymar. We rested Mbappe because we're having nightmares over facing Liverpool at Anfield. He's not going to say that, is he? But at the same time, he's spot on. You can never feel comfortable against Jurgen's teams or at Anfield. You're not going to feel comfortable at all. No way, shape or form. Anfield is going to be rocking. Your players, your fans, everyone is going to feel like their world is coming shattering and crashing down around them. It is another European night at Anfield. You're going to know about it. You're going to know about it. Okay, PSG, my look at this game, guys. PSG, they're not used to coming up against teams like Liverpool. They're not used to high pressure, high press like Liverpool. Teams might try and hurry them every now and then, but not like Liverpool. It's not, you're not used to it. You're not used to it. People are saying that they're a little bit worried about this because PSG, they're a good team and they've got good players. But we're going to talk as the show goes on anyway about how I think we are going to try and stop their key players. I think I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty positive. But, you know, we haven't even started this game. So I don't want to be over cocky or confident about it. But I'm just looking at Liverpool so far this season. I don't think we've got out of first gear. I don't think we have. We defensively look so much better this season. Yeah, and that was one thing. I think if you would have been saying Liverpool against PSG last season, I would have been like, right, who outscores who? But this season, I'm saying, right, our defence being a lot better this year might actually really help us beat PSG because it could come down to whose defence is better than whose. And tick. Liverpool's is much better than PSG's. I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone else says. Liverpool's defence is much better than PSG's, and our attack is mentally good. There is some bad news today, which a lot of you Liverpool supporters are absolutely crazy like myself and want to know everything about Liverpool. So you will know that Bobby, he hasn't been ruled out of the game against PSG, but there is a doubt. I think it's going to be a last-minute call. He wasn't in training today. Obviously, we're aware from the last match, he had that nasty injury to his eye. He will be fine in the end, but it is going to be a last-minute call as to whether he does play against PSG. That will be a big blow for us, I think, because we all know when one of the front three is missing, you do see a difference. You do see a difference in our attack. But at the same time, we've got a better squad this year. You know, Klopp has built a really good squad. We do need to rotate anyway, but for this game, I want Bobby. I'm not saying that. But yeah, I think Bobby would be key in a game like this for sure, because it would be about getting at them high up the pitch, and no one starts that better than our Bobby. So we want him. We want him to be there. At the same time, you know, I'm looking at this game and thinking, if Bobby isn't available, you know, if they do make the call that his eye is an issue, then of course he shouldn't be on the pitch, because if his vision's not great, it would cost us, wouldn't it? Okay, and Bobby's not going to play if he knows that he can't see properly either. He's a true professional. Liverpool will make that call. Bobby will make the call as well. And then I want to get your views on it, guys, because there's a couple of different options there. Klopp said that Sturridge will be ready if he has to be. You've got Shaqiri that could come on, push Salah up top, play Shaqiri up top as a false nine maybe, with Salah and Mane bombing on forwards. Let me know your views on it, everyone. All right. There's a couple of different options here, but I really do hope that Bobby is fine in general. But for this game, it would be nice to have him there, wouldn't it? Bobby could play with an eye patch, says Gary. Well, let's face it, Gary. Bobby does score no-look goals, doesn't he? And we shouldn't really be making a joke about it, but does Bobby really need eyes to be able to score? He doesn't use them, does he, half the time when he scores his goals? So... good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've all had a fantastic day, and you'll never walk alone to everyone, to all of you that are joining us tonight. DZ Beezing, good to see you tonight, my friend. Always good to see you. The Mexican wave is started by DZB. We will be doing a watch along for the game as well, so please do join us if you enjoy the watch alongs and you enjoy getting involved. You know, it's different from listening to the commentary to a match, but we've got a real good group of us that do join in. I try to be entertaining, do it a bit different to what you're used to with the commentary and stuff. Keep you updated with the score. The graphics is up on the screen. You'll see that. Before the game kicks off, you see the starting 11s and stuff throughout the game. We try and keep you updated on everything. And throughout the season, I'm working on something at the moment. I'm working on new graphics and new things, ways to be able to interact during stuff like that. So I'm not going to give too much away because, yeah, I can't. But I'm looking forward to bringing that to the channel anyway. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. DZB says that is LFC 4-0 win. Diamante's in as well. Hope you're good today, Diamante. Says 8-0 to Liverpool. They're oozing confidence, oozing some de confidence in the live stream. I don't know why I'm doing a bit of French. I think it's because we got PSG, and I was watching that earlier. Have any of you seen Super Troopers 2 yet? If you haven't watched it, really good film. Give it a watch. Super Troopers 1 was really funny. Super Troopers 2, there's a really funny scene in it, okay? And they are basically just pretending that they can speak French, and they can't. And that scene is hilarious. If you haven't watched it, definitely give it a watch, all right? Daz, what is your predicted team? Oh, Scotty, I am going to be putting it up on the screen, my friend. Gillian is in. Good to see you tonight. She says, evening, Junior. How's you? Good to see you, Gillian. And she says, problem with eye injuries is pressure. The increased blood flow wouldn't be good. So there you go. Gillian is straight on it. Indeed, Gillian. It's not something you really mess around with, is it? So... Klopp said he will be all right. We know that he will be all right in the future, but I think if he's not all right, if he's not fully available to be able to play because of this, then he will be rested. They're not going to risk it. It's a big game. Bobby needs to be rested and make sure that he recovers fully because you don't mess around with eye injuries at all. Trev says, Daz, I'm hoping we see magic this week. Me too, Trev. Me too. I want to see some magic for sure. Kloppite says, more worried about Neymar's side. We will see about Gomez and Trent partnership tomorrow. Can't wait. Yes, Kloppite. Yes. I see people saying that they're highlighting Mbappe as their best player. And I agree, I said Mbappe he's a beast and he's really good. I think you got to look at Mbappe and Neymar were both rested, so they're both going to be fresh for this game. It's going to be a difficult game. It is going to be difficult. I think our defence is going to be tested for sure. But not just a defence, because I think the key to winning this game is to stop them from even getting up to their attack. They are very attack-minded team. They could end up playing with three at the back. I think Liverpool, we've seen us play against three at the back before, and, we could be licking our lips against a three centre-back system. We really could. And if we actually press them high, with high intensity, try and outrun their midfield... I've been speaking to a lot of people recently that do watch PSG a lot. I mainly concentrate on Liverpool and keeping you guys up to date with Liverpool, but a few people that do watch the French league, they've said to me, they're not sure that if they lose the ball, that they will track back. And that could be key to Liverpool winning this game because we could end up hurting them there. And the key would be to stop them from getting the ball up to their attack in the first place. If we can do that, then we can win this game for sure. And it's at Anfield. It's at Anfield. I don't care what Tuchel says. I don't care what anyone says. If you've experienced that Anfield atmosphere, they are going to be shaking. You can't tell when they're not going to be nervous. Neymar has got a massive ego. Yeah, he thinks he's one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. But you come to Anfield, you experience that, and you feel that crowd on your back. There's pressure. Yeah. Are you going to be able to perform to your best, especially when the game might be going against you, and it should be going against you, and Liverpool are hurrying you as well on the ball? We're going to be hurrying them. We're going to be pressing them. We're going to be trying to interrupt their rhythm of their game. I mean, you've got the Anfield roar as well. Guys, seriously, that's why I'm feeling confident. It's not overconfidence. It's Anfield. It's a European night. We're Liverpool Football Club. We're defensively better. We're more balanced of a team. We play in a league that's more competitive. We play against strong teams. I mean, look, we played Leicester this year. That they were really impressive. They hurried us. They really tried. Spurs are a great team. We beat them. PSG are a great team with great players, but don't tell me that they're used to playing at teams as competitive as what Liverpool are, and don't tell me they are going to be able to, cope with Liverpool's high intensity. That's what I want to see from Liverpool, is that high intensity. We've seen them do it so many times. We can do it. They've got great players with great quality that will show up if they get a chance to. Liverpool's job is, don't give them the chance. Don't let them show up. And it starts with the fans. We've got a big part to play, especially those that are going to be at the game. Obviously, myself, I'm going to be doing a watch along, but those of you that are going to be at the game, at the stadium, you're a massive part of it. You're a massive part. Let them know, let them feel, and I guarantee you will anyway. So we're Liverpool Football Club. Junior says, yeah, I do, up early too, and I'm going for 4-1 Liverpool. Yes, Trev says, Daz, I'm buying your away shirt this week. Whoever scores first, I'll put them on the back. Get in, Trev. That's a really good way of doing it, actually, isn't it? Blue Tick says, attack versus attack. I would have said so, Blue Tick, last season. This year, I'm not too sure, because Liverpool have been defending a lot better. And I would say that our defence could be key in this game, mate, and it's not just about our defence in general. It's just, what I'm saying is defending as a team. We could be a lot more compact and a lot better defensively than what they will be. So, yeah, I would have said going into this that you would look at it attack versus attack, but I think we're much more balanced than what PSG are. I think they rely on their attack. If we nullify that attack, we know that we can score against anyone out there, and we know that if it clicks for us up top, bada bing, bada boom, goals will come for Liverpool. Can you say the same for them if we're pressing them and we're hurrying them and we're stopping that flow in their game? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they will start to fall apart, and there's gaps, and you can definitely get at PSG defensively, can't you? Connor says they've got key players missing, so we can easily beat PSG. They have. That's another key point to point out. Key players missing. You know, we don't know about Bobby yet as well, so he's a massive player for Liverpool that could be missing for Liverpool as well. Liam says that their back four is not the best, to be honest, as Salah and Mane will rip them up out wide, and Bobby smashing it in around the box. We're going to miss him big time if he can't play. 100%, Liam. 100%. Gary's doing the LA. Yes, Gary, good to see it, mate. Good to see it. Daz, is it on BT Sports? Yes, it is, mate. It is tomorrow night, mate. It's on BT. Dominic says Liverpool is better because they have the best players. Yeah, you know, people are highlighting Mbappe, Neymar, and I highlight Liverpool's players. I look at Mo Salah breaking records in the Premier League. I think Neymar chose to go to the French League to become one of the best players in the world. I think Neymar, come to the Premier League and see how good you do in the Premier League. Because I said it before when he was going there. I said, Neymar comes to the Premier League. How long before someone goes, I'm letting you skill me once, but I won't let you do it again? A lot of Premier League teams will just, they'll clatter him. They'll take him out. They won't let him do it. Don't get me wrong. He's an incredible player. He's very skillful. If you give him space, if you give him time, he can hurt you. Mbappe, I would take Mbappe at Liverpool at a drop of a hat. Cavani, another top player. They're riddled with quality players throughout their team. They've got the talent, but again, you know, I say it time and time again, they play in a league where, for me, it's not as competitive as the Premier League. And it's no disrespect to the French League. It's just, you can't tell me that they're coming up against teams like Liverpool that constantly park the bus or are as competitive. I can't really pronounce that word, but do you know what I mean? Liverpool face tougher opponents more regularly, in my opinion, than what PSG do. And people will disagree with that, of course. And I think PSG fans will disagree with that. I've seen it already online. It's just my views, you know. But yeah, I just think our pressing, Tuchel said it, you can't relax. You can't feel comfortable against Jurgen's teams. And at Anfield. And then he was like, it'll bring the best out of them, but I'm hoping it doesn't, because PSG are a very good team. But I said, there's a lot of things to be positive about going into this game. We're European giants, guys. We're Liverpool Football Club. We started the season really well. I think we've all agreed that, you know, yes, it's not clicking in a sense of in possession. We know that Liverpool can be a lot better. It can be a lot more fluid. We know that we can score loads of goals. We know that we can be a bit more clinical in certain areas. We know this. We know all this, but we've been doing really well in the Premier League, haven't we? We started amazingly. Full amount of points from what we could have got in the games. Like, you can't ask for more than that. And we've all been saying it. Once it fully clicks, like, come on, like, you know, a team's going to get a battering. And like I say, people are highlighting that PSG is going to be our toughest test. It will be our toughest test yet, probably. But you know, Spurs, we said it against Spurs. We said it against Leicester. When we was coming up against Leicester, I said it would be our toughest test yet. We defeated Leicester. That was a tough game. That was a really tough game. We said it against Spurs. That was a tough game. We made Spurs look average. You know, and then now we got PSG. And every time we come up against these teams, we're getting a result. And we're moving on to the next one. Each game, we're going, this is another tough test. We're getting a result, and then we go, right, who's next? So it's really good to see so far this season. And we know that we got so much more in the locker as well. So I'm looking at Liverpool this year and I'm going, wow, the ceiling is so high. We've got such a better squad than what we had last year with some of the signings that we brought in. The players that we had last year that have remained at the club, that, you know, they're more experienced. The World Cup, not just the World Cup, but look, we went to the Champions League final last year. Yeah, we was unlucky we didn't win it, but the players at the club, they took experience from that run. they will be more experienced and better equipped for this season. You know, they're not going to want to go and get beat again by a team like Real Madrid. They're going to be knuckle down, let's go on with this, you know. Tonic says, when that Champions League starts playing, I will be farting butterflies. Let me know how that one goes, Tonic. Farting butterflies, you know. Oh, mate, my missus loves butterflies. She absolutely loves them. So, yeah, if you start doing that, maybe send us a message. Stephen says, all right, Daz and all, 4-2 to the Reds. All right, Stephen, mate, 4-2. I'll take it. I would take it for sure. I would take, look, anything. I'd take a 1-0 to the Reds, mate. I really would. Of course, thank you to everyone that's joined us tonight. Cornwall's in. He says, hi, Daz. Yeah, Gillian saying, is anyone going to the match? Let us know. Cornwall said, hi, Daz. Good to see you in here tonight, my friend. Always good to see my Cornwall buddy in. Like I always say, I can't wait to move to Cornwall, and we've got to go for a drink, mate, when we do, surely. Harry says, man, listen, the Championship is a harder league than the League One. Does everyone agree with Harry? Championship harder than the League One? Do you disagree? Give us your views on that. You know, good to see people getting involved in the chat there. Ryan says 5-0 to Liverpool. Thank you, Ryan. There's a lot of confidence about. Is anyone saying that Liverpool can't beat PSG? Let's see that. I know we're Liverpool supporters, but please put it in the chat if you think that Liverpool can't beat them. You know, it's, as I always say, we always respect everyone's views and we have a discussion about it, don't we? That's what we do on this channel. Junior says 2-0 Saints. Danny Ings. Junior, Danny Ings. PD says, didn't someone just mention Danny Ings? Haha, yeah, he did. Elliot saying Danny Ings as well. Blue Tick says Klopp must be sitting with the analysis team and pointing out the weakness area in PSG. Blue Tick, indeed. As always, what are you guys drinking tonight? Are you on the strong stuff? Are you on the tea like me? Sebastian says Salah and Mane have to figure out their rubbish. Both are great players, but at the moment they aren't thinking of the bigger picture. Team comes first, no individual player. Sebastian, I'm glad you brought that up. I've got something here. Oh, that I saw earlier. Mohamed Salah has spoken on Bobby and Sadio Mane. He says, we are friends, we speak a lot. Generally, all three of us sit in a dressing room together right after the matches. There is a real solidarity between us, as we do not care who scores the most or first. So, there's been a lot of this talk going around on social media at the moment about Salah, Mane. In particular, I think it is, isn't it? And some people saying about a bit of greediness going on, they should pass in certain situations. It's a talking point. It's a talking point for you guys to do. I think, you know, against PSG, I see Mane, if he's through on goal, if he thinks that he's going to score, he will try and score. If he sees that Salah's making a run, I think he passes it to Salah. I think the lads, they want to do well in the Champions League. They want to win silverware. That's my views on it. I don't know. I don't look at them and think that they're being too greedy in certain situations for me at the moment. But I get people's frustrations if it continued. And I was like, no, come on, seriously. You know, Mane should have passed here. There was an image that people were sharing online saying that I think it was Mane should have passed out to Salah. And it was like a clear open chance. But instead, I think he took the shot on, or he passed the other side. But I'm not too sure, because I think when you're in the moment in certain situations, you know, I know these professional footballers are very quick-minded and they're very good. But sometimes I think, you know, the blood flow can get to you. You're in front of goal. If you're a Mane, if you're a Salah, if you're a Bobby, you know, your first thought is, I'm in front of goal here, bang it in, you know, get a goal. Or Mane, if he passes it, if he sees, you know, Keita out to his left or something, he might think thread him in, he might pull it across. I mean, Salah taps it home. I don't know what goes on through their heads. I really don't know what is going on there. But I actually do think that all these lads, you know, they get on. I think there's always competition between, you know, strikers at a club. I used to be a striker. I wanted to outscore everyone. I wanted to be the best striker. I wanted to get the most goals. I think it's a friendly competition, though. I don't think they don't pass to each other on purpose, because I think the team does come first. I think Klopp has brought in really good players. He's built a real good team and a squad that they want to play for each other. They want to play for the shirt. They want to play for the fans. That's the impression that I've got so far from everyone that I'm seeing. You know, I don't look at the players and go, there's a disconnection there. You guys seen that footage online of, I think it's a Man United supporter at the train station? You know, Fellaini knocking the phone down, that incident that's just gone on. I see it online today. I don't know whether Liverpool players would do that, but, you know, there's a connection with our club, with our players and everything at the moment. And I know it's different to what I'm trying to get at, but what I'm saying is there's a real good feeling at the moment. I think they're all part of this real big family. And I know people go, oh, Liverpool, LFC family, Liverpool family. It's cheesy. It's not cheesy, you know, it's true. We're all together, aren't we? We all want to win the Premier League. We all want to win trophies. We all want to win silverware. And these players will know that if I'm through here and if I lay it off there and he's got a free tap in and that means that we win the game, that will be the main thing. I'm sure of it in their minds. I don't know whether you guys have seen that with the Man United thing, but yeah, of course, let me know about that. Big Shaq in for Salah, says MT. Yeah, so are you saying about that? Let me get, obviously, my team up on the screen. I've been waffling because I feel like I've got so much to talk about in today because I feel so confident for this game. I'm in such a good mood because I've been counting down and sleeps like a kid before Christmas. Like a Christmas before kid. Yeah, I'm really excited for this game. You guys can probably tell I'm in a really good mood. I'm happy. Liverpool playing Champions League football again. We got PSG. These are the sort of clubs that you want to be playing against. I think we should all be positive. Yeah, they've got great players, but sod it. We're Liverpool Football Club. We've got fantastic players. We've got a great squad. You know, we're well balanced. Bring them on is what I say. Right, let me just do this. So, this is a lineup, guys, that I've gone with. I'm not too sure whether Bobby starts. Because of the eye injury. If Bobby doesn't start, then I can see Shaq coming on. Does Shaq play out on the right and move, you know, Salah up top? Does Shaq go in the middle but play as a false nine, Salah and Mane beyond him? We don't know at the moment. Yeah, I would have liked to see Fab come into this. There's people saying about Fabinho starting, but I'm wondering whether Klopp goes with people that are used to the system. And the Liverpool play, like I said, the key to this might be, you know, that real Gengham press, that real hurrying and winning the ball high up. Fabinho is very intelligent and has been brought in because he's an intelligent, good player. And we saw in pre-season that he can intercept the balls really well. So he could be used in this game, of course. I've gone with two sitters in midfield, guys, because I'm wondering whether Liverpool might try and keep shape defensively, as we've seen that we can be really good at this season, and hit them on the counter. But there's some key talking points there for you guys. You know, Jordan Henderson was in the press conference. He's a Liverpool captain. He didn't play in the last game. James Milner was outstanding. I would love to see James Milner play every single game at the moment for me. I think he's incredible. I think he's getting better with age. He's a Ribena Prince, as I call him. But I'm wondering whether Klopp might be looking at, you know, our next game as well, in the sense of he might want James Milner in that one and give him a rest. Jordan Henderson comes in for this one. Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are on it, guys. I really think the midfield is a bit of a headache for this because Klopp could go with anything, which is brilliant to see because it just means we've got options, doesn't it? The back four stays as it is. Alisson, obviously, in between the sticks. I didn't even put Alisson's name there. It's a given. It is a given, isn't it? But yeah, the back four, Trent, Gomez, Virgil, Robbo. I mean, I've gone with Genie and Henderson as the sitters. I think Genie is outstanding and has been amazing again this year. Keita, I've put him in that advanced role, but, you know, honestly, Keita, his work rate up and down the pitch will be incredibly useful in a game like this. His defensive work rate, you know, he will get back and break up play as well. And then I want that front three to be that because, as I said at the beginning, Bobby will start that press. We know how good he is at that. He will win the ball high up. I think that will be key to trying to hurt PSG is, you know, if they play with a back three, our front three really pressing them man for man and winning that ball. Bobby is the best in the world at, you know, doing that. If Bobby's available for this, I want him to be up there. If he's not, if he goes with Sturridge up top, you know, I think Sturridge isn't necessarily great at the press, is he? Because of the injuries in his body. So, yep. But what we have got is Dominic Solanke and Origi, both are doubts after picking up injuries for the under-23s as well. So, I think that it would be Sturridge or Shaqiri that comes into this. But yeah, I think Shaqiri would do a job pressing, maybe more so than what Daniel Sturridge would for me. So yeah, if Bobby doesn't start, I would prefer Shaqiri to come on, guys. So let me know your views on that. But yeah, honestly, there could be a number of players that swap in this one, honestly. What else have we got here? Let's get in a live chat and then I will take call-ins in a few minutes. Let me just read a few live chat comments here, guys. Fabinho knows how to play against PSG. Play out them many times. He should start, says Tony. Tony, I've seen a few people say about this. Louis says hi as well. Good to see you, Louis. I get what people are saying about Fabinho knows about PSG, but on a serious note, and it's not to discredit you, Tony, there, or anyone else has said it. Fabinho might have played in the French league, but, you know, on a serious note, it would come down to Fabinho would have to do what Klopp wants him to do in a Klopp system, and he's having to learn the Liverpool way. And that's different to what he was used to playing before. So, yeah, he might have played in the French league and know some of the players, but doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, he will be able to go, right, this player's going to do that, so I've got to be here, because Liverpool system might not allow him to do that. And PSG, you know, they will play different against Liverpool to what they would have played against where Fabinho used to play, or against any other team that Fabinho might have seen him play against before. So it's not to discredit anyone that says about Fabinho coming in, because I would love to see Fabinho play as well, and he's a very talented player that I think could come in and do an amazing job there. But at the same time, I think Klopp might be looking at, you know, keeping players in the system that are experienced with that Gengen press. Fabinho's come into Liverpool and has had to learn how we play. Is he ready for this game yet? We don't know, do we? Because he hasn't been playing in the Premier League for us yet. He said it himself, he's got to learn. So I'm not too sure there, mate. It's just my views on it. Like I say, it's really not to discredit you or anyone else that says it. I get why people are saying about bringing him in. Tony says, yeah, I get what you mean. It will take more time by the end of the season. I can see him a regular start over Henderson even. Yeah, Tony, for sure. I think Fabinho's a quality player. I really do see him becoming that rock. We wanted a holding midfielder for ages, didn't we, Tony? We've been crying out for it. And yeah, I think once he knows, you know, Liverpool's way, once Klopp is happy that he's ready, he will be in that team. And he may even start against PSG. He may do, and that'd be a great sign for us Liverpool supporters that he's ready, because I think Klopp wouldn't play him if he wasn't. But yeah, let me know what you lot make of, you know, what Tony's saying and what I'm saying there. I know there's a few other people that have said the same as what Tony's saying. Harry says 5-2 to LFC. Harry, thank you so much, my friend. Kloppite said something there, but it's just bounced. Hang on 2 seconds. Kloppite said Fabinho will get starts against Southampton and Chelsea in the League Cup, I think. Kloppite, that was where my head was at. Obviously, we got Southampton in the league, so I'm wondering whether, you know, Fabinho gets a start there. If Shaqiri doesn't start in this game, if Bobby is fit as well, I was thinking Shaqiri starts in that game also. The Mahana's in as well. Good to see you tonight, my friend. He says, anyone who has seen Sturridge in pre-season, he's a different player. He's pressing now. He definitely is pressing more, isn't he, mate? My views on it there, mate, wasn't that Sturridge doesn't press at all. It's just, I don't think he's a Bobby, but no one's a Bobby, is it, if that makes sense? So I want Bobby to start, because Bobby does that better than anyone in the world, in my opinion, up the front. And I'm wondering whether Shaqiri would maybe press more than what Sturridge would. But we've got nothing to go off, have we? So, yeah, I can't argue that one in that sense. Mohammed says, Dazzy, hi, my prediction 4-1. This is Anfield. Attack, Salamane, Sturridge, mid, Keita, Genie, Hendo, defence, Trent Gomez, Virgil van Dijk. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Good to see you tonight. Love that prediction as well. Obviously, I went with a 3-1, so similar predictions there. Bradley says, will Danny Ings play for Southampton versus LFC? Probably, mate. He's a fantastic player. He's their player now as well, isn't he? What else we got? Ox took some time to adjust, so we should give Fabinho all the time he needs, says Pepper Red. We should. And it's so true, you know. Klopp does take his time with these players. It does take players time to adjust to their surroundings, to the tactics. I think that's all Klopp's doing with Fabinho. I really do. Same with Shaqiri. Shaqiri's used to the Premier League, but it takes time for them to adjust to how Liverpool want to play. We don't play like anyone else, do we? Klopp's tactics don't. Nigel's in as well. Good to see Nigel today. Good to see you, my friend. He says no VAR tomorrow. Dave as well, good to see you, my friend. He says, but if the referee buys into it, we could be big trouble with penalties. Are we talking about, you know, like Neymar diving and stuff there? Maybe. Connor says, I have Fabinho, Hendo and Keita for my midfield, but I could see Hendo, Keita and Genie. It's options. It really is, isn't it, Connor? It's the options that we've got, which is great to see. It's great to see. Dad's scared about Ings the weekend. Anthony, he's a very good player. Very good player. Klopp didn't want him to go. And I said if he got regular game time, he would be a very talented player for sure. The fact of the matter is, Ings wasn't going to be a starter for Liverpool over Bobby or Mane or Salah, was he? Because they're all incredible players. And that's no disrespect to Ings, because I love him. I love Danny Ings. I think he showed more commitment to trying to play and, play for the shirt of Liverpool than most players that have come and gone from the club. So I had so much respect for him, and I wish him all the best. And I think he's going to be a dangerous player for them. I really do. Stephen says, I would worry for Sturridge starting. Yes, he's good, but rather see him as an impact player if needed. That was my views on it, Stephen. I love Sturridge. I think he's a quality player. I want him to be available as much as possible. So that's why I went with the impact sub along them lines, because I think he would be a dangerous sub. Bring him on with 20 minutes left against PSG. Start Shaqiri, bring Sturridge on with 20 minutes maybe. He'd get you a goal, wouldn't he, at the end? Maybe two. He's that good of a player. DX says, I saw Fabinho was called up on late in the match to warm up. Maybe he might play soon. Yeah, he should be playing soon, mate. He should be. Hopefully, it'd be great to see him. Monis is in. Good to see you tonight, Monis. Dazza, Danny Ings can't play against us. What do you mean he can't play against us, Monis? Oh, maybe he can't. Yes, I think you might be right there. I don't know with that one, guys. I lose track of everything. I have to try and keep up with it, but yeah. Monis may be right there, guys. Leon says that may need VAR for every game Neymar plays. He is a bad influence on our younger players. Yes, indeed. My son watches football and he starts throwing himself around on the floor when he kicks a ball. He's 2 years old. He kicks a ball and he throws himself down. How am I meant to teach him that just kick the ball normally, don't throw yourself on the ground? It's because he watches football. Seriously. Oh, the youth of today. What else have we got? Everything you said about Ings is true, but he just wasn't good enough, says Jay. He wasn't going to get in the starting 11, was he, mate? His commitment was fantastic, like we say. I wish him all the best, mate. I really do. Ings is on loan with an option to buy for Southampton. That's it, Louis. That's it, my friend. Yes, he's on loan. Cornwall says, is it true about the offer we have on Marco Asensio? And does that mean Salah is going next summer? Cornwall, I don't believe anything along them lines, myself personally, but like I say, I'm not anyone in the know. I don't know anyone close to the club. I'll take everything with these sort of things with a pinch of salt until you see much evidence with it. It would be a lovely thought, wouldn't it? But yeah, obviously I follow everything when the transfer windows come, throughout these times. I keep an eye on everything. I've got people that, like, not anyone in the know, but people that always keep an eye on transfers and stuff, and they send me stuff and we talk about it every day. So yeah, at this point in time, I wouldn't buy too much into it. I hope that Mo Salah's staying for a long time. I really do. I think he loves Liverpool Football Club. I think he should be staying. If ever anything like that was to come true, I think we would know about it down the line a bit more. Probably not at this stage. Pepper Red said, give your boy a yellow for diving. Yeah, I think we should give him a red, as your name is. I feel like doing it, mate. I really do. I'd be quite a strict referee, I think. Every little dive, red card, get off the pitch. That's the way you deal with it, isn't it? If you dive, off. See you later. That's the way you deal with them. O-Dog says Liverpool and PSG are the two most deadly front three in the world. Definitely two deadly attacks there, mate. Definitely two deadly attacks. That's what I say. Last season, I would have said it would have been who has the best attack on the day, who outscores who. But this season, I'm looking at Liverpool's defence and I'm saying our defence could be key in this game. And our defence starts from the front, doesn't it? Because of our press. Ashley says, hey, Daz, I think Keita, Milner and Genie should start in midfield. I get your views on that, Ash, mate. I really do. Obviously, my starting 11 is up on the screen, but I really don't know who's going to start this one. Bobby possibly might not start because of his injury to his eye. But yeah, I think Milner's been outstanding. I'm only looking at it in case Klopp is looking to maybe rotate a little bit in midfield. It's our first game, Tuesday, and then back on the weekend again. Milner's one of the fittest lads in the team. Disregard his age completely because he's super, super fit. I think, yeah, I wasn't doing it just because Milner of his age. I just think if Henderson comes into the team, I've said it before, if Klopp wants to play Henderson in this one, being captain, and if he sees him playing a big role in this game, I've said it a few times, I don't necessarily like it when Henderson and Milner's on the pitch at the same time. I think they're quite similar. I think they're both engines. I like it when we have Milner or Henderson on, and then, you know, a couple of the other midfielders to mix it up a little bit. I think it makes us a bit more balanced in midfield. It stopped for a bit there. Is anyone else having problems? Why is my internet dropping? Daz, we're losing you. Why has that dropped? Hold on 2 seconds. Gentlemen, is that fine? Is that fine? Talk to me, everyone, in the live chat. I don't know what happened there. Could be the weather's a little bit off, maybe. I don't know. YouTube. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. You're back. Thank you so much for letting me know. I hope that that's fine. Absolutely silly. FBI are watching you, Daz. Oh, probably. Yeah, I think PSG are trying to shut us down because they're scared. We see 3 fingers, Daz, says man. It's back now. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, hopefully the internet stays good, and if it does, then I will turn this on and we will start this. But if it starts to cause the live stream any problems, then we may have to stop that. But it should be fine. You know, my internet, we pay a lot of money to make sure the internet's good because I do the live streams and stuff. But yeah, thank you for joining me, everyone. Ferno's in tonight as well. Good to see you, mate. He says, I think we will see Shaqiri as a false 9 tomorrow and potentially Fabinho too. I would love to see them get some game time, mate. I said it myself. If Bobby doesn't start, I think I would like to see Shaqiri play that false 9. Mane and Salah up top, keep defensive shape, hurt them that way possibly. And yeah, you're saying about Fabinho too. A lot of people are calling for that. Blue Tick says, Daz, I'm not scared of PSG. Blue Tick, I'm not either, my friend. We are brothers in arms. We're not scared, are we? I said it before on the live stream. Is anyone feeling doubtful about this game? Are you worried of PSG? Let me know. Let me know, you know. It's your views. Liam says, what happened there? My stream just said that it dropped for a minute, so hopefully it doesn't do that again. Street Cred says, boss that. Good to see you tonight, my friend. I hope you're good. Kloppite says, Keita has been really good and he's not even on form. Yes, indeed. Let me just sort that quickly. As soon as he comes on, he just seems to take control of the midfield. Without him, seems to be a bit frantic. I think Keita's been brilliant so far since he's coming in. Don't forget, Fabinho's not been thrown in the deep end. Shaqiri's not been thrown in the deep end. Naby has been playing in midfield for us, and I think he's been quality, but we know anyone that was watching him before he comes to Liverpool knows that there's so much more from him. We know that he can really drive through midfields. We know that when his confidence is high, he can be such a great player, and I think he's done fantastic already. You know, if he plays against PSG, he could seriously be key to hurting them. So many of our players could be key though. I think the key to beating PSG, is to play as a team. To defend from the front, to really stop them from getting it to their attack, shut off the passing lanes, to frustrate them. If they play with 3 at the back as well, press 3 on 3. If we do that, I think with it being at Anfield as well, they're going to feel the pressure, guys. They really are. Right, let's get this up here. Please leave a thumbs up as well if you're enjoying the stream so far. I'm going to be taking a live call-ins on the channel now. I just got to make sure I can put this up, the logos, if I can find this. This is what happens when you've got so much going on your live stream. You have to actually find the things. So the Skype logo and how you can find me on Skype is actually up on the screen. So as always, thank you for joining me, everyone. I hope you've all had a fantastic day. You'll never walk alone to all the Liverpool supporters around the world. We're so close to Liverpool versus PSG. 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. I will be doing a watch along. That will start 7:30. My watch alongs for every game start half an hour before the game so that we can get involved in the live chat, take a few call-ins before the game, get your views. Team news will come out. I can give you that as well. And just settle in, have a cup of tea before the match, talk to you guys, see how you're feeling about the game. So yeah, definitely join me for the watch along, ladies and gentlemen. I really enjoy doing the watch alongs, I really do. Tonic says Klopp is going to be under pressure to rotate the lineup tomorrow. Got to feed the Wolves, Reds. Do you think he will be under pressure to rotate, as Tonic says? Or do you think he may be going with his strongest, which we know that he's continued with the main starting 11 that we've seen with the midfield and stuff for the majority of this season so far? Will he go with that and then maybe rotate for the weekend? We'll see how that one pans out. Nigel says the weather may play a part tomorrow. Yeah, possibly, Nigel, possibly. Anthony says Gillian W. Lol. What she said, it would be a worry. I'm glad for Ings, but not that glad. Alan says, I fear for the PSG busters, says Alan. Do you think, I'm not too sure whether Liverpool fans will do that to PSG's bus again. Do you think, Alan, is that what you're getting at with what happened before? I see a few comments from other fans saying about it, but I'm not too sure that we will do that again. You always get the odd supporters that were in it, but honestly, I think Liverpool supporters in general are pretty good, aren't they, mate? Ian says, would be nice to see Shaq start if Bobby doesn't maybe sell out down the middle and Shaq on the right. Yeah, there's a couple of options there, Ian. I definitely want to see him start if Bobby doesn't. I know Sturridge would do a job as well. But yeah, Shaq on the right or Shaq as a false nine maybe. Two different options there. Anthony says, cool, Dares. Definitely. Someone call into the channel. Obviously, it's there now. You can call in via Skype on the Bench LFC, all in smalls, no spaces. Call into the show. Let everyone know your views. It's there as an option if you want to. Nigel says, Hurricane on its way to area around 8 p.m. Tuesday. Is it actually, Nigel? Ooh, here we go. There we go. That hurricane has been devastating. There's a few of you Liverpool supporters that have been keeping me up to date with you. So we've got a call in here. Let me just sort out the audio. Why can't I hear this ringing? Here we go. Must be on this headphone. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How are you tonight?
I'm all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Feeling positive about tomorrow?
Definitely.
What's your score predictions, mate?
Probably 3-2 or 4-3. I reckon there's going to be a lot of goals.
Yeah, so quite a balanced game.
Great attacks, yeah.
Yeah. I know everyone talks about Neymar and Mbappe. Do you think there's any other player of PSG? You've got Cavani there as well. Who do you think is going to be their major threat? Could it be a midfield battle in this game?
I reckon Verratti will probably do well.
Yeah.
Maybe Rabiot. I mean,
I think Verratti's missing. Verratti's missing from this game. Yeah, hang on 2 seconds. Let me get this up. So Verratti, Alves, Buffon, Rabiot, Kazawa. I think they're all missing from this game. So there's some key players missing for them, mate, as well, isn't there?
Definitely.
So obviously you were saying about Verratti being a key player for them. Do you think that's going to have a bit of an effect on them mentally as well?
Well, considering Rabiot's gone as well, it probably will. I mean, it certainly boosts our players' confidence. I mean, after what Salah said, because apparently he did say Liverpool can win the Champions League, they already seem pretty confident.
Yeah. You know, they're going to be confident coming into this because they think we're PSG, we're mighty. They've got players in there that are absolutely top quality. But Liverpool, our players, the way we started this season, mate, honestly, our players should be full of confidence, shouldn't they? It should be oozing throughout our squad as well, shouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Considering we're still not out of first gear. If I was PSG, I'd be pooping myself.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if our players decide to just click out of first gear for that game, they will be terrified.
What do you think it needs? Do you think that this could be the game that it clicks for Liverpool? Because we've been playing in the Premier League. I think that in Europe, Liverpool, we're suited. I think Jurgen Klopp's tactics are so much more suited against a team like PSG. And in Europe, we saw it. We absolutely hammered some teams in the Champions League last year. Could this be another team like this that we could see us go at?
I certainly hope so. With the addition of Keita, I feel like we'll be 10 times better this season. It did feel like we were missing that special something in midfield, especially against Madrid.
Yeah, and we've added to the squad here. People are saying, who is this caller? It's Owen. I'm right there, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because obviously when I'm trying to click everything to get it going. So Owen's a caller, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm the one who made an entire new email just to call myself on the Bench LFC's legend.
There you go. So massive shout out to him. I always said it because you changed your name, because I always liked your name before, wasn't it? I mean, you changed your name to that.
Yeah.
That's dedication for you, everyone. What an absolute legend. Gillian saying hi to you. Is there anyone in the live chat got a question for Owen? Please put your questions in there that you want to ask him while we've got him on the call. Owen, if Bobby's missing tomorrow, one of the key things that everyone's talking about, Shaqiri coming in or Daniel Sturridge. What's your views on that, mate? Who would you go with up top?
I'd go for Daniel Sturridge. He may not be the best for our tactics, but if we could get the ball to him, he will be clinical.
Yeah, so you think...
on his day, he is one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah, so Daniel Sturridge being clinical. Obviously, you know, in the last couple of games, I've seen some Liverpool supporters out there saying we need to be a bit more clinical. If we was clinical against Spurs, we could have hammered them 4 or 5 goals to what it was in the score there, you know, which I'm happy with the result that we got. We're winning the games, but do you think that Daniel Sturridge and his clinicalness could be the final piece against PSG then, is what you're saying, if Bobby doesn't start?
Yeah, definitely. The only problem obviously is his injury record, so he may need to take him off maybe in the 60th, 70th minute, just so that we don't have that happen again with him, because he will probably be needed this season with the amount of games we're going to have.
Yeah, definitely. So a question for you, mate, from Leon is, he says, ask him if you think Neymar will dive tomorrow.
Definitely. You know what? If he's going to dive and the referee's going to give it, I want the players to go more all out on him.
Yeah, so what, harder in the challenge or just completely outplay them? What do you mean?
Well, if they notice Neymar dive and the ref gets it, why not just take advantage of it and scare him by going more aggressive at him?
You know,
and show him what the Premier League's all about.
Yeah, I see, you know, if Trent does start right back, which I think he will, if Trent starts at right back, I think Trent is going to show him pretty early on in the game, I'm not taking any of your nonsense. You know, we know that Neymar is a very skillful player, and he's going to be looking at Trent and going, I'll try my luck early on, see if I can embarrass him. You know, it's going to be a bit of a mental challenge here, but come on, we've seen Trent. We know that he's a young player full of talent. Mentally up to the challenge between him and Gomez. People already at the beginning of the live chat were saying their partnership is going to be tested by Neymar. Do you think that they're up to the challenge?
I certainly think Trent is. I mean, at the age of 19, isn't it? He's already pocketed Neymar once for England in a friendly. Ronaldo did nothing in the final. That also had Van Dijk in it. Sane was pocketed. He's gained a lot of confidence recently.
Yeah. I think Trent is going to be looking at this and going, this is another game that I can prove that I'm one of the best right backs in the world. That's the way Trent's going to be looking at this. You've got people out there going, is he good enough? Is he ready for this at his age? I think Trent's looking at this going, yes, I get to go up against Neymar. I get to prove my quality. That's how I look at it. And I think Gomez is going to be the same. Gomez has been fantastic so far this year. And I think Gomez is looking at this going, if I turn in another good performance against Cavani, Mbappe, Neymar, you know, it's all about confidence. And you've got to say that our defence should be oozing confidence so far this year, because they've been keeping clean sheets. There's only been a couple of occasions that they late goal against Spurs and a mistake where, you know, we all know what happened with Alisson, or a pass that put him in that situation. But, you know, other than that, the defence has been pretty solid. A couple of people have said about maybe the odd mistakes could have ended up in a goal, but seriously, they should be oozing with confidence back there, shouldn't they?
Definitely. I mean, you know, I've only conceded 2 goals this season. I mean, one of my favourite stats is the fact that Everton may not be bottom of the table still, but lost by 3 goals. Well, conceded 3 goals against West Ham, which in one game is more than Liverpool in 5. Yeah. So I think they should be quite confident, considering Everton did pay quite a lot for 2 defenders in summer.
Yeah, I think we've got a quality defence. I think the youngsters that we got there can go on to be our back line for many years to come. Junior's got a question for you. He says, Owen, Ojo or Ragnar Klavan, you need to go in a Champions League final. Who are you going for?
Ragnar Klavan. He may not be at the club anymore, but just randomly give him a ticket to the game and have him run out the stands or something and score us a goal. Yeah,
that's great. Blue Tick's got a question for you as well. He says, does a team have an advantage from the league they are coming from?
So you could technically give PSG that advantage as they are able to rest players in their most recent game, as they have an easier an opponent. Obviously, every Premier League game's important to us as we want to win that title. You know, PSG probably don't. They could probably drop a couple of points because their league is so easy for them that they sometimes don't even need the extra 2 points, 3 points.
Well, let's face it, their league is that easy that they rested Neymar and Mbappe and still spanked. Was it Saint Etienne, like 4-0 or something?
Yeah.
Do you know what I
4-0.
mean? Like, you know, they've got a bit of a luxury in that sense, haven't they? So, yeah, it's a really good question. Ferner says, do you think James Milner will take out Neymar? I can already see it. What do you think on that?
So as long as they don't injure Neymar, but just more scares him, I really hope he does if it don't end up in a sending off. Because I don't mind Neymar if he's not diving around. Like, I never wish an injury on any player, no matter who they are. But as long as it just stops him from wanting to do all the diving against Liverpool, then Milner should go ahead. Show him what Ribena can do to someone.
I want someone. It's got to be Robbo, because I think Robbo and Milner have this little bromance, like friendship. I could just imagine Robbo going up to Milner in the changing room as they're coming out and just whispering to him, going, "I just heard a rumour that Neymar has just stole one of your Ribenas. He's put it in his changing bag or something." And then Milner's like, "Right, couple of minutes into the game, clatter." Takes a
I mean, who would even do that to Milner? Have you seen the guy's legs? Like, all he has to do is kick you in the shin and you will be screwed.
So, I mean, he is physically fit, any James Milner. My missus said it because obviously I've got my Instagram account and I put up pictures of like, LFC, the training pictures and all that, and there was a picture of James Milner with his top off, like I think they was playing cricket in a training session or whatever on pre-season, and my missus was like, I never knew how like ripped James Milner was, and I was like, mate, for his age, you know what I mean, he is physically like supremely fit. And we always joke and say it's down to Ribena, but on a serious note, we all know how well Milner's conditioned himself, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. He is the fittest player in the squad, I think.
Yeah,
and for his age, that is quite a good achievement.
Yeah. Julian's saying here, Virgil van Dijk will relish playing against PSG. He's going to boss it. Do you think Virgil van Dijk is going to absolutely love this game and he's going to really stand up and be king of the back, king of the defence, Lord of the manor?
Definitely. I mean, he'll be oozing with confidence after his tackle on Mbappe in the friendlies, or I can't remember if it was the Nations League. It was one of them, but it was still a really good tackle. Yeah.
Well, Virgil van Dijk 1v1 with Mbappe there, wasn't it? And everyone was saying, oh, what's to come, and Virgil's calmness. If that's anything to go by, that's what you want to see. I mean, you've got to say Gomez this season as well has been an absolute legend. Thank you so much for calling into the show, mate. I'm going to take some more calls on this one. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and hopefully call into the show again in the future as well.
All right. See you soon, Daz.
Take care, mate.
You're
Thank
a
you so
legend.
much. So are you, buddy. Take it easy, legend. Bye. I love that. Owen is a top lad. He literally did change his name. You guys know him from the chat, and when he leaves comments as On the Bench LFC is a legend. Is massive commitment. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much to him for calling into the show. Nigel said, cheers, Owen. Yeah, brilliant calling. The lines are free. If you want to call into the channel, please do so, guys. It'd be good to get a few more call-ins in. We're approaching the hour mark. I don't like to go too long over the hour mark on the build-up shows because it gets a bit long. Here we go. Hello, welcome to On the Bench LFC. State your name and what do you want to talk about?
Oh, what's going on, buddy, man? It's Carl.
Welcome to the channel, mate. How are you feeling about tomorrow's game, mate?
Oh, I don't feel as confident as everyone in the chat here. Oh.
No. In what sense?
I've just looked at the last lineup PSG had on, I think it was like 3 days ago, and we're talking about the subs we've got right now, right? They've got, like, in my opinion, way better subs, like Draxler, Di Maria,
Yeah, and I think Draxler played in their last game as well and had a good game, didn't he?
I wanted us to get Draxler a long time ago. I thought we should have got him a while back, but I don't know. I think it's going to be... I think we're going to win 3-2, but I think it'll be a nervy game.
Yeah, it's actually really good to get, because I've come on here and I've said I'm confident and I've said my reasons for it, and I see the score predictions in the chat, like, 4-0, 5-0, 3-0, but it is really good and refreshing to hear someone come on and say, I'm actually really nervous about this. PSG, they've got a great bench as well. They've got really talented players, like you say. What do you think? You've said that you think we're going to win it like a 3-2. What do you think will be key for us, mate? How do you think we can beat them?
Probably Virgil van Dijk against Mbappe. But if anything's to go by the World Cup, well, not the World Cup, what am I saying? The internationals, should I say, that have just passed. He done well against them. He really did. I ain't seen no one defend Mbappe like Virgil van Dijk in the internationals, but he done it.
Yeah. We have got ourselves an amazing centre back there, haven't we? Did you agree with what I was saying, that the way we play, like with the high press and defending from the front, do you think we can really stop? We can intercept the passing to those front players, because they are a very attacking team, and I think if we interrupt the play higher up the pitch, I think that can frustrate their front line. I think they won't like that. They might have to drop deeper to receive the ball, and that might benefit us.
Well, 100% will, because with Liverpool's counter press, especially, we don't counter press from the box up. We counter press about say just before the halfway line. So we start the press like way up the field. So they've got no time to react. You see what I mean? So if we can disrupt the play within the midfield there, instead of leaving it up to just the back line to start it, or the goalkeeper, I think we'd have a good chance. Yeah. I don't think their defence is, like, other than Thiago Silva, but Thiago Silva's getting on now, and
Yeah, do you reckon there's talk of them playing with a back three? And we've seen in the past that Liverpool can really hurt teams when they go with a back three. Not saying that we will, but if Bobby's fit for this game, if he is selected for it, I really like the thought of our front three pressing like we're talking about high up against their back three, because I think, as we say, if we win the ball high up 3-on-3, I think we could really hurt them and probably rattle them early on in this game.
Yeah, well, to be honest, Bobby Firmino not playing. I mean, even though he's our best false nine by far in the world, like you said, he's not the biggest problem, because now we've got Shaqiri, who's, you can just see him on the pitch. He's just like a bundle of energy. He can still maintain that press. And then say Shaqiri gets tired after 60 minutes, you've always got Daniel Sturridge to swap on. And I'd say Daniel Sturridge is a good 30-minute player, because he's just so clinical. I just don't know what it is about him. It doesn't matter. He could be like half injured on one leg, and if you give him an opportunity, he will score that goal.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I like the idea of... I've seen people say about if Bobby doesn't start Sturridge, but I really like the idea of having Sturridge later on, and like you say, maybe giving him a half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour at least. I don't want to bring Sturridge on with like 5 to 10 minutes, because I think if you give Sturridge a good 20 minutes at least, I think that's how he can influence a game at the end, because...
Daniel Sturridge, once he comes on as a sub, he's just got that knack for it. It could be the straight, like he showed it just at the start of the season, or was it pre-season, where he just come on and then within the first touch just scored. And I knew that was going to happen. As soon as they subbed him on, I was like, he can do it, because it's just he's that type of player. He's just got the right positioning. He's got the right type of finishing. He can just do it. I don't even know what it is about him.
Definitely. I guess I know that he's had these injuries and that over the years and stuff, but if you've got the brain, he's
always bounced back from an injury. He's like a poor man's Aguero. Like, no matter how many times people bring Aguero down, or he pulls a hamstring, he comes back and he scores goals. He doesn't have to be 100% fit to score a goal, even though Daniel Sturridge may well be 100% fit, but he's never going to be the Daniel Sturridge of past,
Yeah, no, I agree with that, mate. Everyone in the live chat, if you've got any questions for the call of us on now, please put it in. And your midfield, mate, obviously... There's a big debate I don't even know who's going to be in midfield three. Obviously, my three is Henderson, Gini and Keita, but honestly, mate, it could be anyone. Fabinho could play.
It could, but if you're going to bring Henderson on, you've got to sub him off at half-time. I don't want to see Henderson get to the second half again, and then... Like, Henderson's a good player. It's just, at the moment, Gini Wijnaldum can go a whole 90 minutes. I mean, you could save that bundle of energy that he's got for the second 45, but... last time I seen Jordan Henderson play at like the start of a second half, it just went downhill for us.
Yeah, so what would your starting midfield be? And then maybe if you was to start with Henson, who would you bring on for him, say?
Well, my midfield would definitely be Keita on the left, Wijnaldum in the middle, and it'd have to be Milner on the right because Milner's just been doing so great.
He's James Milner this season, mate.
He's like fine wine. It's like the older he gets, the better he gets. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't replace him, and to get him on a free as well. Like from the minute I found out we got James Milner on a free, I was happy. I was like, I can't believe they've just given us him because he was one of their best players that season.
Yeah, it's not just the experience that you get with James Milner. He can literally play anywhere on the pitch.
He can do anything. He's just the perfect player. He's above average in all aspects. He doesn't excel at one thing like scoring a goal or, you know, he's clinical at penalties. You know, he gets the job done. We need that type of player.
Yeah, I fully agree with that one. So, obviously, the midfield three that you selected is the one that Jurgen Klopp seems to, I think, Klopp thinks that's his best midfield three this season so far because we've seen him select that time again.
Well, you were saying before that we haven't seen Fabinho play yet, so it's all down to whether he plays him. Like, I know he's not going to play him tomorrow, but we've still yet to find out what he's capable of, and even though he's given time, like you see good players don't need a great amount of time to get used to a squad. Like if you go out and spend 100 million on a player, you know that player's guaranteed just be able to be plopped into your team within the first 2 weeks and at least perform to a certain degree, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Having a player wait so long when it's like I haven't heard that he's injured, which would still get me a bit, you know, paranoid with injuries and whatnot after just buying a player. But you know, when it takes a player more than a month to come into the squad, there's only two reasons: either A, the squad we've got is too good for him to be in, or B, he's just not pulling his weight.
Yeah, I've seen so many people say that they're concerned there, and I've got other people, you know, that have said Klopp done this with Ox, he's done it with other players in the past, you know, Klopp's just biding his time. When you look at the results that we've had and you say, right, well, Fabinho hasn't been used yet, you know, he's biding his time with him. Shaqiri's not being used. Sturridge, he's not really using him. And we've won every game. So it's like, what a start to the season, mate.
We have, but are you going to tell me we've won them all 100% convincingly? Because
no way.
I keep hearing like Liverpool were outstanding against Tottenham. Like we were good, but an outstanding team puts them chances away. That's the difference between a good and an outstanding team. Like the Liverpool of last season would have put at least half of them chances away, which would have left us at least 4-1, 4-0. Yeah.
I think that's the thing that I'm looking at the moment. I think this year, we've been so much better defensively. I think there's more balance to our game this year. I think, obviously, we've seen Keita come into the first team, and we've seen Alisson as well. And I think bringing Gomez in at centre-back, it just seems to have added more balance.
Well, I've always known Gomez was going at centre-back. I always had an idea that was what they eventually wanted for him. But I always thought Alexander-Arnold was going to be the other centre-back. I always thought that was the idea they were going for. But what they've got with them two now is perfect. Oh. He's a great right-back. He's probably the world's youngest, greatest right-back at the moment, in my opinion.
Unreal, mate. Absolutely unreal. Connor in the live chat's got a question for you, mate. He says, if Bobby is out, would you play Shaqiri in a false nine, or would you play Salah up there?
I'd probably switch Salah to a striker's position, and I'd probably put Shaqiri on the right, because when he played for Stoke, I always seen Shaqiri perform way better on the right-hand side when he was on the outside, bringing it in. You know what I mean? And he's a good playmaker. He can pass a ball, and he can dribble, and he's got strength. He's like, you know, he's just, if he had the finishing, he could probably be a Salah type player. But, you know, I think the team's problem right now with scoring goals is that the front three mainly don't know what type of position they want to play in. Does Mane become the creator or the striker? Does Firmino try and back off from scoring and try and be more of a creator? You know, I think within the Tottenham game, you've seen what they were trying to do, so it looks like they're getting the hang of it. It's just whether they find it in time to keep the streak going in the league. and in the Champions League.
Yeah, I think that's spot on, mate. Connor says, agree with the caller. We haven't got out of third gear. So what can we do when we are in fifth or sixth gear? It's unbelievable to think what we could actually do once it all starts to click fully. And I think that's what me, the caller, and what loads of us have been saying so far this year, isn't it? Like, we haven't seen our best yet, but we're picking up the points. So it's great that we started this way, because as the season gets on, you know, we will look back at these results and going, that was massive that we was able to get that. In previous years, we normally drop points. So it's great to see.
Well, I understand that completely. But if you look at the stats from the past, I think it was last season as well, and the season before, Liverpool's loss rate when they had more than 60% possession was like 80-90%, something ridiculous. But when they had less than 40% of the ball, it was like 80-90% win rate. Yeah. So I think our best form of defence is attack, and we've got to constantly keep them on the back foot. But to keep them on the back foot, you've got, like from what I've seen, Gomez and Lovren can really hold their own. You know, the wing backs are going to be pushing up to keep that press there. So I feel like it'll be a good test for the defence. It really will. Because there's not many teams in the league where you've got a threat on both sides. Like even with the top six, you know, you look at Chelsea, like you've got a threat in William, but your most deadly threat is definitely Hazard. You know what I mean? Even after scoring his hat-trick, especially, you know, and you get teams like Manchester United, and I can't. To be honest, Manchester United have fell so low to me lately. I can't even think of a main talisman in that team right now, which is awful to think for Manchester United. I hate them, you know what I mean? But
yeah, no, I agree fully, mate. I fully agree. Blue Tick says, Wayne's saying, is Oxford? No, he's out, mate. He's injured.
No, he'll be out for the season.
Yeah, Blue Tick is saying it'll be a great game, definitely. What's we got? We need to remember it takes time to hit top form. Yeah, it does. It does, Mickey. It does. EG says, I'm here, Daz, and I think the scores will be 3-2 to LFC. Yeah, that was your score prediction, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah.
3-2.
Well,
yeah.
No, 3-2, yeah. So
yeah.
I think we'll get there, but I'd say, you know what? I'll say 3-1 because the defence haven't given me no reason to let two past them yet. So I'm gonna give them one off because the defence has been really good. Like if Lovren was at the back, I'd probably say 2, maybe 3. But
yeah, that was where my head was at. I was like 3-1. I can see that they're going to score in a sense because of how quality their attack is. But I was like, we've been so good defensively.
In a football match, you know what I mean? Absolutely anything. Like the ball might go in the back of the net because of something you can't even help, you know what I mean? So it might not even be a goal that they score. It might be an own goal. It could be anything, you know what
bloody
I mean?
Beach balls, mate.
Exactly what I was thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, mate, thank you so much for calling in tonight. And please do call again, mate, honestly.
Yeah, man, I will do. Keep up good work, but I've been enjoying the streams and that.
Thank you so much, mate.
A few times I'm the angry scouser in the chat, isn't I?
Ah, brilliant. There you go. So, yeah, definitely. When you call in next time, say you're the Angry Scouser so the people know in the live chat as well. That's brilliant.
Go on. Peace out, chat.
There you go. Take care, mate. Thank you so much for calling in. Speak to you soon, buddy. Take care.
Bye-bye.
There you go. So the Angry Scouser, look, he's saying hi in the chat already. Great call in there. It's brilliant to get everyone's views. And like I always say, I love it. I like that I've got this platform that I can give you guys to call into the show, get your views out there, as well as just talking into the live chat. You can actually call into the show on Skype and, you know, talk and let people hear your views. The PSG Liverpool, my score predictions 3-1. You guys have been putting your predictions in as well. He was very honest straight from the off. He said, I'm actually nervous about this. He said, I think Liverpool are going to win, but you know, he said they're very talented. They're a good team. He was talking about the depth that they've got on the bench. He said, highlighted about Draxler and stuff and a few other players there. They have got great players. They have got depth there. But throughout the call, he was bringing up some really great points. So thank you so much for calling into the show, Angry Scouser. I love it. For those of you guys that do call into the show, when you introduce yourself with like your live chat name, like I just said to him there. That way the people that are in the live chat, they know you from that, don't they? I mean, I know you from that as well. Blue Tick says, Neymar training for a dive. No doubt. I think he probably is. He's throwing himself on crash mats, probably. Nigel saying, cheers, Angry Scouser. Gillian saying, hey to the Angry Scouser as well. Oh, Wayne has got a thumbs up. Good to see you tonight, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Hope everyone is well. Thank you so much to everyone that's joined in. Please leave a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the live stream so far. And thank you to everyone that's given us your views. Is Connor phoning in? Connor, do you want to phone into the show, my friend? There is people asking. Yeah, because normally I start some of my streams with Connor, don't I? And tonight I left it too late to be able to ask him whether he wanted to come on. And then I was like in a rush trying to set it up. So he's officially, on a bench FC, it's officially amazing how... does he do it? Thanks so much, EG. You're an absolute legend. No, you lot are the amazing ones for joining me every night, and honestly, it's because of you lot that I do this, so thank you so much. Blue Tit says, I agree with the caller where he's coming from, and I've been there, but I've been through this before, like City, Roma, etc. That's why I'm not scared and don't want to make myself negative minded. Blue Tick. I get it, mate. I get it. Angry Scouser saying, thank you, people. Yeah, very good calling, mate. You Never Walk Alone for Life says, we will win the double. There's some positivity. Blue Tick says, don't want to be negative. And then straight away, You'll Never Walk Alone for Life is saying, we will win the double. Straight to the positive stuff again. Ois says, hello, Daz. Hello, everyone. Good to see you tonight, Ois. Ois says about hitting the like button. Ois, are you ready, mate, for your daily fist bump? Boom. There you go. Ois always asks for a fist bump. So I always say I'll give it. Yeah, at the beginning, it's easy to do it. I want to say a massive shout out to Michael Collins. If he ends up watching this, he did donate to me via PayPal. I checked it. It ended up going through. PayPal didn't end up sending me a notification. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's donated via PayPal, via Super Chats or anything like that. I never ask for it. I don't expect it at all. I always say to you guys, spend the money on you, spend it on your kids, buy yourself something to do with Liverpool or whatever, because on a serious note, I do this because I want to speak to Liverpool fans. I want a platform for you guys to get your views out there. That's why I do it. But I really appreciate that you guys have sent me the money and donated in that sense. So thank you so much to you. And like I say, Michael Collins, massive shout out to you. Hope you're very well, my friend. He says, yes, Dazar. Nigel says, treble. I'm not a betting man, but 100 to 1 is good odds in my opinion. I'm not a betting man either, mate, but that's very good odds. 100 to 1. Someone needs to get on it. Daz is line free. Scotty, the line is free, my friend. The line is free. Henry says, Daz, I'm going to the match. Will there be a bus welcome? Please help. I think there's a bus welcome, mate. I think there is. Like I say, I tried to look it up before for you, Henry. I didn't know. If anyone can please help Henry, then please do so. I will try and look again, mate. We got a call in. Henry, I will look for you. Hello, Scotty.
Hello.
How are you today, my friend?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm very good, thank you, mate. Feeling positive for the game? Negative? Nervous? How are you feeling?
I was actually starting to feel negative before, but when I joined the stream, it actually made me feel positive talking to all Liverpool fans and seeing all their positive results. Yeah,
that's good, mate. I like that. I like that, you've joined in a stream tonight because all the Liverpool supporters are feeling positive and confident. That's made you feel like it. It's nice. It's nice in that sense, Like I say, it's good to feel positive for this, and I think if we all send positive vibes, hopefully it will be a positive result. But it is a tough task, though, isn't it, Scotty?
Oh, it definitely is, especially with their front three. It's just like your front three.
Yeah. Again, though, we are all talking about their team and we're talking about their front three. I think everyone online is talking about their front three. So if you eradicate, as we've said earlier on in this stream, stopping the service to their front three, is that key to winning this game?
Yes, because the main worry that I was actually saying is, and I know people's been saying it, is the man Mbappe. See how, to be honest with you, I don't think anybody can catch him. And I'm quite fierce for Robbo.
Yeah. So you're worried for Robbo?
Yeah. Because that's where they'll cause a goal. Because, saying that, if we play Gomez there, Gomez is quick.
Yeah. Do you think that, say, if we got Naby playing on that left side of midfield, do you think that Naby will have a job coming back and maybe doubling up there on Mbappe? Do you think that's maybe something that Klopp might have been looking at in the tactics?
I would either say Naby or Manny. I know Manny's a forward, but he's rapid and he can come back.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, we've seen it in the past that we can be more defensive on one side of the pitch and be more attacking, obviously, on the opposite side. And Klopp has done that before. Yeah.
And then vice versa, if Neymar comes back, Salah just run back.
Yeah, and I think Salah does that so well. I think his defensive work rate is ridiculous and ridiculously underspoke about. I say it on my watch-alongs. I go, look at Salah, like how good he's just run back, and he wins the ball so much, or he presses someone back, and it's like, he's so good at it. Mane does it as well, but I think I see Salah doing it a bit more. So this is a big game for Mane and Salah in that sense as well, isn't it? The whole team have got to do a job from the front to the back.
I think we'll miss Ox tomorrow for the pace as well. And I remember that. See that long shot against City?
Yeah.
In the Champions League at Anfield. I'm on holiday watching that, and it was magic.
I would have loved to have seen an Ox goal against PSG. Milner getting in a tackle or something, it going to Ox, him driving forwards a little bit and wallop back of the net. That would have been beautiful to see, wouldn't it? I'm so gutted for Ox, mate. I really am. What a player he is.
How long's Ox out for? Do you know?
A year. It looks like a full year. Well, that's what they said. You never know with these injuries. It could end up longer. Hopefully it doesn't, but he's definitely out for the season from what we've read and been told. So, not good, mate, in that sense. But he was doing so well for Liverpool. And now a dream about Ox being in midfield with Naby, Fabinho and the options that we've got and mixing it up and how good it could be. Because I think Ox just made the other players look really good around him as well. It wasn't just how good he was playing. I think that he really made Henderson look better when he was on the pitch with him as well. And Genie looks better when he was beside him. It was a big blow for us. It was a big blow for him as a lad as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, if Bobby's out of this game, mate, your views, you're on the call. Who starts, Sturridge or Shaqiri?
Shaq. We need Sturridge as a sub usually, and that's what I like about him. He can give you the ability to score a goal, but he can't last the full 90.
Yeah, definitely. I think loads of people have been saying the same thing from what I've seen. Blue Tick says caller score prediction. So, what's your score prediction, my friend, for this one?
3-1, Mighty Reds.
3-1, like us, like me. Yeah. Are you going with a 3-1 because you think they've got quality up front? They're going to get a goal, like we were saying earlier. But at the same time, Liverpool, we can hurt their defence, can't we?
I actually think that Bobby will be a massive miss to us tomorrow.
Yeah. Mate, I really hope that he does start this game because I've said it, that I think the key will be pressing them high up, or high intensity, and winning the ball high up the pitch and really stopping their rhythm before they can get it to their attack, because we know how dangerous they are. So that's the key, and there's no one in the world of football, let alone in the squad, that does and starts that better than what Bobby does. But if Shaqiri starts in that game, we haven't seen him really play, so we can't 100% be sure, but I'm confident that Shaqiri presses a lot in that one. Are you confident he presses in this game?
Yeah, I would play Shaq out in the right wing and put Salah up.
So Shaq on the right and Salah up top?
Yeah, like the last caller said.
Yeah, brilliant, mate, brilliant. Midfield three, obviously, would you start Fabinho, or what's your midfield three, mate?
I would go Fab. No, I would go to height, because I've had a look and they've got height and that. So I would probably go Hendo and Fab.
Henderson and Fab as a sitting two midfielders, two holding midfielders, and soak up the pressure, hit them on the counter in a sense, or still play with a high press, but just have the two bigger midfielders there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it could work, mate, because if you're pressing high, they have to look for long balls, and that is where you could utilise someone like Fabinho being in the team and his height, because their long balls are going to be going up to the likes of Cavani, isn't it? And Fabinho, you could just sit him and go, right, your job with this one, is to shut it down.
We've also got to think about it, Daz. They're going to look to play long balls over him Mbappe to make him run. And the Fab could be there just to header them before it actually reaches him.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, mate. I really agree with that one, you know. I see people's comments, like Tony's earlier on in the stream was saying about, you know, starting Fabinho in this one because of the knowledge of PSG in the French league. And I said my views on that, you know, but it wasn't to discredit anything in that sense. What's your views on that, mate?
I actually agree with your views on that. I don't think Liverpool do play, as all LFC fans should know, Liverpool play a different tactic than Monaco, I believe, who Fab played for. Yeah,
definitely. What else have we got here? Has anyone got any questions for the caller? Please put it in the chat so we can get some questions going for him. Fabinho knows PSG. He played in the French league, says Charlie C. So there are people in the live chat that are still talking about Fabinho playing it because of the French league. So it is a topic that everyone's talking about. In this game, mate, we've also said earlier on in the live stream, but Gomez, Trent, you said about Robbo having a nightmare of a game maybe against Mbappe because we know how good he is. But Trent and Gomez, that partnership there, if Trent does start this one, I think it's likely that he does. But if he does, Neymar, what's your views on that, mate? It's a battle, isn't it? But are you confident?
Yeah, well, I think Trent will show him how to play in a way. If Neymar goes for Trent will obviously be watching him, and he'll know that Neymar will try and dive, so I think he will be quite fly about him.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Trent looks as if he's going to do a tackle, Neymar throws himself on the floor, but Trent completely pulls his foot out of the challenge, Neymar looks like an absolute div, gets booked for it, and like Anfield he would be punished, wouldn't he? Big time for it.
Oh, yeah. My dream would be Neymar getting sent off tomorrow night, man.
Yeah. Blue Tick's got a question for you. He says, can we smash 5?
I don't think so because, well, we did it against Roma and nobody was expecting that. So you can't really say against PSG, can you?
Yeah, well, I said earlier, my way of looking at it is I think Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp's Gengen pressing and our style of play, he's probably better suited to playing in Europe sometimes because in the Premier League, these teams, they're used to playing Liverpool. They see us play all the time, the tactics and stuff like that. So a lot of them, they park the bus, don't they? And they try and frustrate us and close the space in behind and nullify our pace. But when you play in Europe and you play a team like PSG, they're going to try and play their style more likely than not. And that can play into our hands, can't it?
Yeah. I think it will play into our hands quite a lot.
Yeah, I think so, mate. I think we could. It's going to be a tough game for sure, but I went for 3-1. But yeah, who knows? Maybe we smash 5, as Blue Tick says. Which player will have a key battle as well? He said.
As in, what does he mean by that? Who he thinks is going to play the best for us?
Like, where do you think the key battles will be? So will it be Trent versus Neymar, Robbo versus Mbappe, or will it be up the other end, or will it be a midfield battle?
Trent will be the most pressure on because he's the youngest, I think. And obviously he's against supposedly one of the best players in the world, according to him.
Yeah, so you think that's going to be the key battle of this game. And if Trent comes out on top, which I've got every faith he will, then obviously, you know, that could be what wins it in that sense, in your opinion, mate.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, for sure.
Klein should be in the bench just as a backup.
Yeah, so make sure Klein's on the bench so that if we need him, he's there for you.
Yeah, just in case Trent can't deal with him. But I've got every faith that Trent Alexander-Arnold can deal with him. Yeah,
brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for calling into the show, mate. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to you calling into the show in the future, if you do so. Is there anything else you want to say before you get off?
Just come on the Reds, guys.
Yes, come on the Reds. I hope you enjoyed your day tomorrow as well, mate, leading up to the game. And obviously, I don't know if you're about for the watch along, but if you are, then I look forward to speaking to you in that as well.
Yeah, I'm about for it. So
brilliant.
I might make a wee call and watch along.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Brilliant. All right, I'll speak to you later then, buddy.
Right, catch.
Thank you so much, mate. Speak to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Another great caller. these shows are getting better and better with the call-ins, aren't they? Key battle there, a great question, but key battle, he's saying Trent versus Neymar, talking about Trent's age and saying, you know, basically it's if Trent wins that battle against Neymar, that could be key to Liverpool beating PSG. I think if Liverpool play well as a team and really, you know, utilise that high press against them, shut their rhythm down, stop the key passing to their front men, make them try and do their long balls, then I think that we can have a lot of success there, guys. I think we can have a lot of joy. It's at Anfield. Honestly, I'm not... It's a tough test. It's a tough task. It's PSG, but it's at Anfield. I think we should be confident. I think we should be positive. We started the season well. As people are saying, Liverpool haven't been at their flying best that we've seen in recent years, but what we have been is better defensively. And I think that our defence is going to be a major part in how we can beat PSG tomorrow. And not just the back line, and not just the goalkeeper, but I mean defence as in the whole team. Defending from the front, get at them, win the ball high up, turn defence into attack really quick, score some goals there. If we get a couple of goals in the first half, you know, the atmosphere on top of them, really get at them early, guys. Really make them feel the pressure. You're at Anfield, you're on our turf. You are not going to have an easy game. You're not going to, you know, walk this. I don't care who you think you are as a player, how good you think you are in the world of football. Mbappe who, Neymar who, Cavani who, whoever you've got, you know, it doesn't matter. PSG who, you've walked through our doors, you're on our pitch. Welcome to Anfield. You've got one hell of a night ahead of you. Let's make them feel it. That's the way I feel. And I think that's what Liverpool are going to be doing. You know what Jurgen Klopp will be saying to the boys, you know, don't let them breathe. Do not let them know that you're there constantly. We will hurry them. We will make them feel the pressure throughout the game. That is the key to winning this game. I think so, guys. Like I say, it's a tough game. It's PSG. No one discredits them at all. It's a Champions League. Let's get off to a great start in the Champions League. Let's win this game. Let's get the points behind us. Klopp says, well said, Daz. It's true, though, isn't it, mate? It is true. Connor says, Scotty, great call, mate. It was a great call. Thank you so much to everyone that's joined us tonight and for the call-ins as well. You're all absolutely been fantastic tonight. Honestly, the chat's been buzzing. It's been really good. I just want to quickly say as well, I've noticed a few people that are normally regulars on here, but when maybe another channel goes live, they say, come on, let's go there. It will get you banned from this channel if you do that because you're trying to pull everyone else away. Please don't do that. You know, that's not very fair, is it? I don't do that on other channels. So I'll just ask everyone not to do that in future. You know, it's not very nice in that sense, but I hope you enjoy the rest of your days. Please leave a thumbs up on this one as well if you've enjoyed it. And yeah, Liverpool got PSG tomorrow. Come on, 3-1 prediction from myself. Who knows what the start 11 is going to be? Is it going to be rotation? Maybe. Does Fabinho start? Is Bobby going to be fit? I hope so. Yeah, but we got the watch along for that one starting half an hour before kickoff, so 7:30. I hope to see you all there. I really do. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a good one. All right. And anyone that's around the hurricanes and got hurricanes or whatever, bad weather or anything, stay safe. All right. You never walk alone to you all. I've been on the bench LFC. You've all been legends. I will see you in the next one. Good night.